show some love for Mike! Love you, Mike!
I love you too, man. Hey guys, in case that wasn't obvious, I'm Mike. Nice to meet you all. Do you guys love traveling? Yeah. Very enthusiastic.
Love it!
I love traveling as well. Recently, just this Christmas, I traveled to the US for the first time in my life. And it was great. I landed in Nashville, the land of country music and musical cowboys. And there, my friends, I had bacon for the first time in my life. And I mean, there's bacon here as well, sure, but that was real bacon. That was the bacon you see in the movies when it's like crispy and long and like a thing. It was bacon that tasted so crispy and tasty that it wasn't basically pig. Because I've eaten pig, I've eaten pig, right? And I know what pig tastes like. I mean, if you blindfold me and feed me pig, I'd probably go, yeah, it's pig. Yeah, so I can like know the taste, but that pig was so different that it was basically like an angel came down from heaven, then got confused and fucked a pig. And basically then what resulted out of that was American bacon, and then I ate it. And it was great. And then I said, you know what? My culinary experience in the US was not end with bacon, with morning breakfast bacon. And then my girlfriend and I decided to go to a cheesecake factory. And then we saw this beautiful cheesecake, and the lady said like that cheesecake has 1,500 calories per slice. And then I was like, fuck, what is it made of? Is it just like biscuits, sugar, and then 3 fucking heart attacks? Just inside one little slice of things? So it took me like 3 days to eat 1 slice so I wouldn't, die a cheesy death before I get to experience the US. And then we went on for Nashville and visited the Country Music Hall of Fame, where you see basically the rock and roll legends and country music legends, and you get to see basically their shit. So you get to see their records, then what they were, and it's definitely worn down, and then like cars and stuff, and it was great. You saw like Elvis's car, and it was awesome. It was like a nice white Cadillac, and then inside it was like gold, completely, like gold pillows, gold linings. It was just gold. It was basically like a chariot for pimps, but it was for the king of rock and roll, of course, and it was like a custom job that the guy was like, hey Elvis, what do you want inside? And he was like, gold, thank you very much. It was like, and probably that was like the order. And then the most amazing car I saw there was like this, basically a gun on wheels, because that's what I learned from the Country Music Hall of Fame, that American loves guns and country music. That was the gist of it. And his car basically had a gun everywhere you can actually put a gun. So the handle on the door was a gun. Then inside the gear shift was a gun. The thing where you look to see what's behind you was a shotgun that had a window on it, so it would still be a gun. And then a saddle in the middle, which made no fucking sense, and it had gold coins on it. Fuck logic. All I could see there was actually a guy with a little complex, but I didn't know the guy, so who knows? Maybe he did have a ginormous penis, but for me, with looking at their car, it was like, oh, I hope your music was good, because your car's shit. But yeah, Nashville was amazing. It was amazing in all ways, and then we went to New York, to the Big Apple, and I got to see like the Statue of Liberty, which is amazing. The most iconic thing in the US, the Statue of Liberty, made in Europe. And then I was like, why? Because they have like amazing buildings, and I think it was just us Europeans looking over at the Americans and going like, when you're a little kid and you play with Lego and you try to build the machine and it looks like a Frankenstein, or I don't know, like a broken up car, and then your big brother goes like, fuck it, just, and it creates it. It was probably the Statue of Liberty. It was like, this is our gift to you. This is what humans look like. welcome to the build. Put it on an island. Let everybody see. Yeah. I mean, it was great. It was great. US was great. I got to walk on the streets of New York. Of course, I got offered drugs instantly. I don't know, maybe it's just my, I walked by with my girlfriend walking while she was looking away, because I don't know, maybe she looks like a cop holding a drug dealer's hand, who knows? But anyway, while she looked away, the guy was like, and then I went like, no, and then for some reason I fucking looked back and he was like, it's not like I would have fucking changed my mind, is it? I won't have cocaine, sir. And then I'm like, no, maybe I'll have cocaine. Honey, would you like some crack? No, I mean, it didn't work like that. And we walked on by, and then the coolest thing that happened was this African American trying to sell his CDs on the street. And basically I went up to him, right, and past him, actually, not up to him, I didn't care. I mean, it's not racist, I just didn't care. And we walked past him and he was trying to sell his CDs. I was like, hey man, you wanna buy my music? And then I was like, no thank you, right? And then he was like, so what? You hate black people? And of course, you know, I mean, my mind is fucked up. I like to believe that I'm trying to be funny, so then my first instinct was to respond that, hey, you know, my dad's black. He's not black. But it was like, you know, just to see what that would develop in. But then I remembered that I'm not in a movie, and this is real life, so I didn't want to get stabbed on vacation or something bad happening. So then I just ignored it and walked away. Like a charm. Yeah. Oh God. And traveling is great. It's just great. The US overall was great. Although I have the worst luck in traveling, like literally. Something that happened a while back while traveling. I did, of course, I had a long, I mean now it's a relationship, but I had a long distance relationship in the beginning. Hashtag long relationships suck. Long distance relationships just suck. And I wanted to do something romantic and basically just go there on a Sunday and come back a Monday morning. So it was just like an overnight thing, just like a surprise, like, hi, I'm here, I love you, yeah, let's have sex, bye, you know, it's romantic, right? So then, you know, I booked my tickets in advance for a month because I'm not stupid, I'm romantic, but smart, you know, like, I'm getting a deal on that, that's a one-day trip. So I go to the airport, I pass security, right? And then my plane turns from 15 minutes to 3 hours and 15. I'm like, fuck, damn delays, and I'm like, I only have a few hours. I'm like, shit. So then I was like, I can't do anything about it, right? So then I sit down, you know, like I'm just gonna chill here and wait, and of course, my stupidity takes over when I wait. It's just, like my brain goes in default and it thinks of things that nobody else thinks. Like for example, if, I don't know, if you get a robot arm, right? Would that technically be a hand job? Like, I don't know, if you could, I'm just making this up, sorry, it's like, if you could taste any color, right? Let's say like red, like what would that taste like? Probably paint. Like, I don't know. So anyway, I was passing my time with this kind of shit, just thinking about stuff that doesn't make sense, and then these two ladies that were behind me, right? There was like 20 centimeters of buffer air, like between my ear and their face. And they considered that, yeah, that's pretty good as isolation. Nobody can hear our conversation. We're safe and this is private. Nope. And then they decided to have a super disgusting conversation, which I'm gonna share with all of you tonight. So then one of the girls goes to the other one and I was like, hey, you know, it's that time of the month for me. And I'm like, fuck. No headphones, by the way. Good way to travel. Nope. And it's that time of the month, you know, and every time that time of the month comes, I get diarrhea. And I'm like, fuck, why am I listening to this, literally to this shit right now, right? And then she goes like, and now I'm in a dilemma. So already like 2 hours had passed since we've been fucking sitting on those chairs. And she goes like, and I'm in a dilemma if I should go now or on the plane. Like, I really wanted to intervene and just like, go now, just for the love of God, just go now. But I held it in, and unfortunately, so did she. So, a short time passes by, you know, like, and then they call us to to the registration booth, to the onboarding thing. And basically there they check my passport and stuff like that. They go like, sure, go on in. I can see the plane. I can see the plane, but it's far. You have to get to the bus that takes you to the plane, although you can actually see the plane. So it's like one of those short rides that the bus goes, get out, you know? But it just is the way it is. So, you know, I go towards the bus, I walk there, I see it, and then I hear, sir. Fuck. Maybe it's a different guy. I keep walking. Sir, tap, tap. Like, fuck. It's definitely not my imagination. So I turn around and I say, can you please come with me? And I'm like, no. I really don't want to. I want to be there. I have like 5 hours to get somewhere and then come back. No. But I go, of course, I follow the lady, and then she goes like, can you please sit here to the side? Where I felt like I was basically, you know, like a terrorist or something with a beer, and I'm like, sure, fuck, well, I'm isolated. You know, and then all the people started going on the bus started going to the plane, and then like about 20 people started to gather up to where I was. And they were like all different ages, ethnicities, everything. And we were all talking there, and you know, like, what do you think's going on? And to me, it just felt like a little camp, like like little prisoners. And then, you know, somebody would have asked me, and was like, hey, what are you in for? And then I was like, ich probably bomb. But I didn't say that, of course, no. No bomb jokes in the airport. I know this. Sure, especially that Allah Akbar thing. That should have been illegal. But anyway. Right. So then, you know, we gather up, right? And all of a sudden the lady goes like, okay, well, unfortunately there's no more seats on the plane and you all can't fly tonight. And I'm like, fuck. I was like, what's going on? And I'm like, shit. So then the lady takes us back to the service desks, and she like offers me a flight, and then goes like, your flight could be on Wednesday. And I'm like, that's great, but I come back on Monday. How the fuck does that work? Do I look like a time traveler, girl? How do we fix this? Because I'm gonna lose my return flight as well. I didn't care, didn't faze her at all. She was like a machine, right? So as we were waiting, everybody started saying why they were going there. So then I lied. I just didn't wanna, you know, just say like, hey man, you know, I'm going there just to, you know, be with my girlfriend, get late, come back. So then I was like, oh, you know what? I'm going there for this romantic evening. I'm gonna propose to my girlfriend and then fly back. Fuck. The lady, she like started to tear up, and she was like, oh my god, that's so romantic. Like, love isn't dead. You know, like this old lady, she was like so touched by my story. And then the lady says, you know, this just happened and there's only one room left on the flight. The lady next to me starts fucking crying. Like the old lady, she was like, please, just help this young man for love. He's gonna fly there to propose to his girlfriend. You gotta get him on the plane now, lady. You gotta get him on the plane. And basically, no, I didn't get on the plane because there was a lawyer there saying like, I'm flying business. I get on the plane or I sue your company. And the girl was like, this way, sir. Also, congratulations and fuck you, guy. I was like, fuck. And you know, before I left there, I looked at the lady and I said, well, I hope you have a long, shitty plane ride. Okay, that's been my time, guys. Thank you for coming. Thank you for enjoying. Have a lovely evening.